like sushi. So you had Formica, and then you had Corian, which was a plastic countertop, which was not that much cheaper than the granite, right? But you had your choices, and you had granite and Caesar stone or silestone, which is a stone countertop. Well, everybody wants granite in their house, right? If they're remodeling their kitchen,
Granite countertop.
granite countertops. And if you're ever to sell the home, remodel kitchen with granite countertops is listed on the realtor sheet. Just like the remodeled master bath. These things matter to women. And all this is to appeal to women. Because what's a guy going to do? Honey, I want the house. Can we afford it? That's what he's judging on. Okay, then yeah, we'll get the house, or we don't get the house, right? She wants all the stuff. Beautiful windows and doors. So, I'd go into people's homes and I would say to them, listen, the most important thing, I'm about to tell you the most important thing of the whole night, which is there's not another project in your home that you're more in charge of the cost of than the kitchen by the materials that you choose and what you decide to do with it. Meaning, we can do Formica and a simple refacing job for you, which is putting on doors and a new skin on your cabinets, right? I'm not trying to teach you about kitchens, but or we can gut the whole thing and rearrange it, whatever, and there's a slew of options in between there. There's not another project you're more in charge of the kitchen. Well, I said, you have your choice of countertops. Everybody said granite. Everybody said, I want granite. I don't know, it's expensive. It's expensive, right? So my next statement, my follow-up to that is, I'll tell you what. You know what? Let's build the dream. Let's build the dream, and we can work our way back. But why start with something that you're not even that excited about? You want granite? Let's build. And I used to say, let's build the dream. Let's build your dream.
Yeah.
So, and I can give them prices, and I can break it down pretty quick. I can give them a price on the granite, the Corian, and the Formica countertop, and there are thousands of dollars in difference there. And at the end, I'd say, listen. I know my clients forget what they paid for the kitchen in a year, 6 months, 2 years, because I go into people's homes, oh, what did you pay for that? Oh, I can't even remember. But they know if they got what they wanted or they didn't. And a year from now, when you're flipping on the light, you have a laminate countertop, and are you okay with that? Or do you want the granite? And are you gonna walk in and go, man, I should have done the granite. I should have done the granite, right? Building the dream. So I'd come down and I would say, I cannot answer that for you. And they'd be looking at you like, but I would say, this is you're not going to do this kitchen again. This is a long-term thing. So you're going to have this countertop for a long time. So I can't answer it for you. Are you going to be satisfied with this or this or this? What I heard you say is you wanted granite. So, and it's, you start your morning in the kitchen and you end your evening in the kitchen. When you turn off the light, you go to bed. So you'll be looking at that. Guess what? They found the money. They found the money because that's what they wanted. And people find the money for what they want. So one lesson is when you're dealing with price and clients, it's just too much money. People will find the money if that's what they want. Your job is to make them want it. Your job is to present this beautiful process and window and everything to where they want it, and they'll find the money. And if they don't, and if it's still out of their budget, guess what they do? Partials. Partials are residual income in this business. I do not sell anymore. They do not let me sell anymore. I don't necessarily, I want to sell because it's fun to sell. I was having fun today presenting, going through it. But it's also taking appointments away from my team, which, the only appointments I'm allowed to sell are repeat clients. People I've sold in the past that want more work. Do you know how much I've sold this year? And I haven't been on one new appointment? $440,000. I've made $44,000.
Chilling. Not
Just
even supposed
going to visit people that called me.
You're not even supposed to.
No, I'm allowed to visit those
but
people.
like, no, you're not even supposed to be a salesman. You just made.
I'm not even a salesman. I'm not even on the board, and I've sold almost $500,000 in windows and doors this year. That's not bragging, but it's nice. That's residual income, right?
Yeah.
That will slow down for me as I work through and end up finishing all the homes that I've sold in the past. It just gets busier for you. Stephen Campbell's been here for 10 years. 25% of his monthly sales are repeat business.
Is that counting your sales room?
Of course it does. That's a sale. Yeah, it counts. It goes to his close ratio because they set the appointment. Hey, I got a client who wants to see me. Goes out there, puts it on a sale. His close ratio is up and his numbers go up. But 25% of his business a month, I'd say, safe to say, is people calling him out of the blue. Haven't heard from him in a couple of years. Hey, Stephen, we're ready to finish the house. Come back. He had 2 sales. One was for $30-something thousand last month. Was a client he hadn't seen in 4 years.
That's kind of what we did this morning with the doors too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the reason I didn't pitch the doors is because I didn't want to overload your brain, and I didn't bring a patio door kit, and that's why I brushed it off. I don't want you doing that in the home. You're taking your shot. What I would have done normally, I'd had everything there, and I really just wanted to focus on the windows. But if I'm in a house, I'm pricing those doors. I'm going to go. My presentation is going to get a little bit longer, but the doors don't take that long because the glass, you've already the same glass. So now you're just showing the different frames. You can go through your pictures and say, this is a contemporary frame. We have a Permashield, we have an Airline, we have a Frenchwood. That's our Frenchwood's built, with a big bold frame and sonic welded engineered wood, stuff like that. So you move pretty fast for it. But I didn't have that kit, so I pushed it off. But in that home, I'm going to price those doors. And what I said, you know what? I can give you a price. We can always pull it out. Build the dream. Because we got shitty aluminum windows. I got shitty aluminum patio doors. They want it all done. It's just, budget for them. And you'd be surprised. They'll be like, all right, the windows, we'll hold off on the... You want to do the windows, honey? Okay, yeah, we'll do the windows. And as you're writing it up, they're like, oh, fuck it. Let's just do it. You got that 24-month payment plan. I think we can swing it. So let's do the doors as well. You try and measure everything, right? Let you go, while I'm here, let me just measure so I can have it on record for, when you want to do those. And then I say to my clients, when I'm in the close, I say to my clients, I do partials all the time. I develop long-term relationships with my clients because I'll do a portion a year, and it takes them 4 or 5 years to get it done, and I visit them. So, and that story helps them not feel bad about doing a partial because people feel bad that they can't afford it. People, right? And you've taken that off of them. Oh, I do partials all the time. These are expensive jobs. Oh, I'm not the only person that doesn't have money or enough money. No, you're not. But you give them that permission to do a partial, right? They find the money. And if they're literally, I got 10 grand, that's it. And that's what you were trying to stick on this morning at 10 grand. I was like, well, you know what? Let's pull a couple of windows out. If 10 grand's your budget now, let's stick with what you want. Let's not go cheap because that's just what your budget is. Let's start the job and we can come back and finish it. But then you're like, financing plans, whatever. But I'll back it out. So I would have been with those patio doors. If they told Permashield, well, the Frenchwoods are like 6 grand. I would have been at 32 before discount. So I'm finishing at 27 or something like that. 26 versus what I finished at 16. So actually, I have 26 grand. Whoa, Jesus, can't do that. I mean, no, there's just no way. No problem. Let me pull the doors down. But I'm pricing. I'm building the dream. Yeah. And I'm not afraid of it. I wasn't afraid of granite because that's what they wanted. So why are you going to try and sell them something they don't want? It's counterintuitive. People think that works because they're worried about the price gets too high. They're just going to say no. Let them decide that and give them options. Lay it out there. So that's the first lesson. The second one is putting something in their head without them even knowing it before you even show them something. So I had a granite board that I had like 16 different colors on it. It was my granite board, and I carried in there. And you know, there's a whole presentation. We talk about cabinets and that there, because the way you design is you want to pick the cabinets first, and then we go to the countertops because there's more options. The countertops, more color variations. So you want to go from least amount of options to most amount of options. So because you get that. Well, what do we pick first, the countertop or the cabinets? No, you pick your cabinets, and we're going to design the countertop to complement the cabinet. So anyway, I bring it in, and then let's pretend this is my granite board. It's got granite on this side. This is white. It's this board that the pieces of rock are glued to, and I'd set it like that in the back. It's backwards. You can't see it, right? Because I want their attention the whole time. So all it is white here. There's no granite colors because they'll be looking. If you turn it this way and set it, they're already seeing which colors they like and all that. So when I got with my car and brought everything in, and I'd set it, and so never saw it. So then I went into my granite pitch, and this is knowing your business, right? This is if you want to be good at something, know your business. So, and my mentor Dave Happenstall, he would tell people all the time, newbies and even the older guys, because I was closing so much granite business. He said, all you guys, when we went to that granite yard for the some product knowledge and just to see it, and we did. We took a lunch. We took a sales meeting. We went over there. He says, you guys are all huddled around the sandwich table because they brought in sandwiches. You all huddled around the sandwich table, and Josh is over there asking a bunch of questions and mining for information. Because if I'm going to sell it, I need to figure out how to sell this stuff. It's expensive, right? I don't give a shit about a lousy sandwich. So I learned about granite. And I said, tell me the differences in granite. And the guy's like, well, there's grade 1 Italian granite and everything else.